The South Congress podcast is a lifestyle show that sometimes crosses over into mature territory. The views expressed are those of the hosts and guests who come from different backgrounds and experiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Yo, it's the South Congress podcast, episode 86. My name is Cameron.
And I'm Peanut.
Oh boy. Oh brother. A lot's happened in the last week.
Oh brother, where art thou?
Actually, a really interesting movie.
Yeah.
George Clooney was acting his ass off.
Mm-hmm.
So, first thing I want to talk about, let's talk about last week. We did a lot. Shout out to Permanent RCRD Studios.
What up, Grant?
Us last week. Really fun experience.
Mm-hmm.
Made our lives so much easier. You guys don't always get to hear like the behind the scenes stuff. So, we were scrambling last minute to get multiple tripods. Shout out to Texas Health Center for doing us a solid and giving us one. But, yeah, you don't know. That's the thing. We didn't use it. So we get to the studio, and they actually have three tripods set up.
Yeah.
So that we can use them, so it made everything really easy.
I didn't realize someone gave you a tripod.
Yeah.
That ass.
Jeremy from I Just Want to Tell Stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
shout out Jeremy.
So he hooked us up. But, yeah, so the studio actually had them, so we got to use that to record. And which brings me to my next point. So what I did for one episode of I Just Want to Tell Stories and what I did for this last episode of South Congress, I posted it on IGTV. And I've never really, watched videos on Instagram TV. And, my man Flo was like, yo, that's dead technology. I was like, I believe you, but it's another platform for us to get out because we have not cracked the YouTube algorithm yet. I have wrestling videos that have done, 1 million views. Then I have podcasts that have done 10. And so, I haven't...
Fuck you, YouTube, piece of shit.
Yeah, because it changed up by the time we were going, video. So, I put it on IGTV, and we got hundreds of views. And I think people who follow me, people we've known for, years and years and years, even though they know we had a podcast, that's the first time it was on a platform that they normally use. And so, got hundreds of views. And people were like, oh, this is great. How long have you been doing it? It's motherfucker, we've been doing it forever. We've been doing it for the longest. But
I've been doing it since I relocated to America.
Yeah, so that was real cool. So shout out to everybody who watched this. So we're actually recording this episode, not because we planned on it, but because now we feel like we have another format, another outlet where people can see our stuff. So yeah, so
okay, that makes sense now.
Probably not all the time, but some of the time.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Which brings us to after the pod, we did the first South Congress photo shoot. What did you think of the photo shoot, sir?
I thought it was pretty cool. I had a whole bunch of different outfits just in case we needed to change and stuff. But then I was like, you know what? No, I think we're good just doing one outfit. So fuck it. But it was cool. It was a nice experience. Shout out Shadow Samurai for that. Definitely a great experience. We need to hit him up again in a couple months when it gets colder.
We need to hit him up when he gets on Tinder again.
Oh yes, that too. Hell yeah.
Tinder stories.
Hell yeah. That man wild, and I love it.
Yeah, so that was a really good time. I had fun being on South Congress, the birth of this whole thing that we do, the inspiration of it. It was really cool just experiencing that. So yeah, it was all in all a fun day. So tell us about your week.
It was all right. Had another game. We played the number 14 team in the state of Texas, Lake Travis. We lost 21-54. We were starting to kind of make a push, but we had 2 kickoffs in a row that we did onside and we recovered, and they called penalties. One for they said we were offsides, and another one they said the ball didn't go the 10 yards and it hit somebody's helmet. And we're like, we hit it like it was on their side of the 50, but okay, cool. But I mean, not much you can do about that, but yeah, they play very fast, and they had their backup quarterback, and wow, that backup could probably start in just about any program.
Okay, because they're that deep.
Yeah, and and I got he's hurt, but I got a glimpse of seeing Hudson Card, who's a Texas commit. And one of my coworkers was like, oh, no, he ain't that big. He's about as big as him. I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, I can see him far away. I'm like, no. And I see him up close, and I shake his hand. I'm like, I had to look up this guy. I was like, no, this guy is not.
Giant kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, no, he's not my height. This motherfucker's at least 6'1", 6'2".
Right.
I had to kind of look up to him. So I had to, look all the way up. So I was like, no. I was like, full of shit, man. But other than that, it was all right. Now I'm here.
We had a contest. We had a vote. We had a poll to see what this week's cover art would be.
What one?
So I made one cover art because it's always kind of our topic of the week or like something that we think stands out for the week.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was the first cover art I made was from the Homies Over Hoes video. And I actually showed that to a friend of mine this morning because she didn't know what I was referencing.
What?
But, yeah, Homies Over Hoes.
Can't have her as a friend.
She's white. So
Oh, makes sense then.
Homies Over Hoes was an extension of a Boondocks episode, which is basically about like a gay rapper not being able to come out and say that he's gay, but like expressing it. So Homies Over Hoes, if you, you know.
Do the homie.
Do the homie, specifically. And that was talking about Tank's comments, which we'll get into. But I think we're going to start like this. So that got 45% of the vote. 55% of the vote went to a picture of our man LeBron James adjusting his headband. And when he adjusted his headband, the whole roof came off the Maybach.
Yeah, it did.
His hairpiece came all the way up. Somebody popped the rug.
Wow.
Somebody pulled the rug out from over his skull.
He better not ever talk shit about women wearing wigs and shit.
Which he wouldn't. But somebody
I'd hope
posted.
not.
Somebody posted a video on Twitter, and it was of LeBron James, ringside at a WWE Raw event.
Oh, yeah, I saw
And the
that.
caption was like, LeBron James has been in the league so long, he got to record prime Stone Cold Steve Austin on a flip phone. And immediately I was like, no, it wasn't prime Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was retired Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because LeBron, his first game as a rookie was in October of 03. Austin's last match was in March of 03. The end of March. So, like, there's not even overlap there.
I mean, he's still in his prime. He just retired early.
How are you in your prime if you retired? He didn't have any more matches.
He didn't need to do anything else.
He wasn't on TV anymore.
Yeah, but he needed to do nothing else.
His prime is
He could have kept going.
His prime is WrestleMania 15 or WrestleMania 17.
He could have kept going, but there's no reason to do it.
You're saying things that aren't true.
I'm saying things that are very true.
Medically, he couldn't keep going. What are you saying?
He's fine.
But no, I mean, words mean things. So he wasn't in his prime anymore.
Edge is probably going to come back to wrestle. Apparently, he got medically cleared.
But Edge's, even if he can wrestle,
and his neck.
Edge's prime was 2005,
bad.
though. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not if you can do it.
You blow on his neck, and he's probably going to die.
Michaels' prime?
I would probably say 96.
When did Shawn Michaels stop wrestling?
Probably about 5-10 years ago.
He had a match
5 years
last
ago.
year.
Or last year.
You gotta
okay.
let your point go. It doesn't.
No, but I'm saying.
But no, words mean what they mean. But anyway,
yeah.
I say that to say
he needed money. I guess.
LeBron is old.
Yeah. Well, he's our age.
Exactly. Like LeBron's
he's our age.
LeBron's gonna be 35 in December.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I'm older than LeBron by a month.
But, nigga, we're old. I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
But it's like, no. I say that to say, like, nigga, LeBron's hair is gone. Like, that's one side effect of being, like, a giant, overgrown human being who develops faster than everybody else. You also lose your shit faster than everybody else. That nigga's hairline's definitely sitting at the back of his neck, which is fine. It doesn't, like, he's still LeBron.
He's super athletic, got all that money. He's still going to get pussy, so it's
he
okay.
He should just shave his
Yeah,
head.
just go bald.
Come home, LeBron.
Just go bald. Home. It's okay, man.
And the funny part was, like, it was on TV, and even Anthony Davis was like, Braun, put the top back on. Like, come on. And I get it. Like, LeBron is still very much, even though we know he's been in the league for a long time, whenever he's in, like, a movie or doing an event, he's still a kid from Akron. You know what I mean? So he kind of wants to present that, but we'll still love you. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Or just cut it short.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for you to have a Boosie fade.
Pull the... No, I'm just kidding. Don't let her see that bad.
Wow. That's your friend.
Nah, he's a good guy.
So on the flip side, the other cover art, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You familiar with Lip Service?
A little bit.
It's basically the show that you want to do.
Like, mine would be better, okay.
Let's get in a room. Let's talk about how we feel about sex, the type of sex that we have, our likes, dislikes, all that kind of stuff. You know, that freaky shit you want to do, right?
Yeah, but mine would have content, okay.
So Tank gets on there, and while they're talking about experimenting and experiences, Tank says, hey, if a guy performs oral sex on another guy, it's not gay. One time. If a guy performs oral sex on a guy a second time, it's still not gay. Like, basically, it's trying to figure out if you like it, and then it's making sure you made the right decision. It's Tank's words, not my words, right? So. How do you feel about what Tank said? I feel like were you not ready for that description? Cause you wait, stop laughing. Cause you knew this story.
I know. I didn't know he said that second part. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Tank full of shit. It's okay, Tank. It's 2019. We don't care. You can come out. It's fine.
Well, I think we should say that first off.
Yes, we don't.
First off, we should say a person's sexual identity, whatever they choose to call it or whatever it is, doesn't affect us in the slightest. That's what they decide. That's their lifestyle. Like,
Yeah,
we
who
gonna
cares?
keep rocking.
Yeah.
It's like Riley said, we gonna keep to being homies. Like, it don't change nothing.
Please don't go. We'll still get spins to this day.
But I do want to know how you feel about it, though. I still want to know where you stand on that.
I mean, I disagree with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of paraphrase a little bit from a certain somebody
Okay.
in Town Lake Apartments about 2004, 2005, when there was one time when I was sitting on their couch and two women came in and tried to rush this certain person I'm talking about.
Okay.
And he flipped the script on him.
Okay.
And he made him feel stupid to the point to where they got really mad.
Can you tell the story? You're
No. Okay. So
you're setting
basically,
it up. Just say what happened.
So I know you remember. I'll say the story. When I was at your apartment one time, the old one, the old Town Lake one, and I think it was, and somehow some kind of conversation happened where y'all were talking about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And they were mentioning how I guess either, I don't know if they went down on each other or went down on the women, and you were like, well, and they were like, no, this goes, but you did it, right? And you're like, yeah. They're like, yes. It goes, okay, so there's nothing wrong with it and it's fine. And they were so flustered and you got called an asshole before one of them stomped out.
Here's the thing. 15 years later, I disagree with myself. Because more world experience.
Yeah.
I think that because it's funny. I was telling somebody about what we were going to talk about earlier this morning. And I was like, hey, like girls like do that thing where they kiss girls all the time.
There's nothing wrong with that. Even men kissing is nothing wrong with that.
Well, okay, so you're saying once a person puts their mouth on another person's sexual organ, that's when it becomes...
I mean, I'll put it like this. Gasoline. Most people love the smell of it for whatever reason, and that's fine.
Okay.
We know, but here's the thing. Ain't not one of us ever said, like, hey, let me take a shot of this gasoline real quick to make sure if I don't like the taste of it. I like the smell, but let's see if I make sure I like the taste.
Okay. All right.
I mean, like I said, but there's nothing wrong with it. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just gonna disagree with Tank on that. Like, once if you kiss another person, whatever, that's whatever. But when you do that once, okay, whatever. If you do it twice,
the second time is funny. It's funny. Like, I find actual humor in the fact that you got to go back to make sure. But
like what?
I just feel like sexuality is a spectrum, and I don't want to put people in boxes. And you know what? 2005 me would hate 2019 me. You would hate him.
2005 you would definitely make 2019 you cry.
Oh, it would be ugly.
And I would be, and 2005 me and 2019 me would be sitting there.
Person. They have not.
Arm around each other laughing at the whole situation.
Yeah,
I have not evolved.
They would not get along. So, okay, let's talk about the Houston Astros for a second.
Fuck them.
So their assistant GM was fired earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened was this. So they win the championship series, right? They win the pennant, and they're in the locker room, and the assistant GM starts signaling and barking to 3 female media members. One of them wearing, I believe it was a shirt or a wristband, basically saying, "Stop domestic violence." And he's pointing to their pitcher, Osuna, and is saying, "Good thing we got him. Good thing we got him. Really good thing we got him," directly to these women. What's the problem? Osuna was accused of domestic violence, and the primary reason that he wasn't convicted of domestic violence is because, one, it was his wife. Two, she was convinced to go back to Mexico so that she could not testify. What in the hell is wrong with this assistant GM?
He was just very excited to get someone independent. I mean, he shouldn't have done that.
He didn't signal it to anyone else.
Yeah.
Like, how bad do you have to hate women to do that? You don't know these three women, but you're aware that your pitcher was charged with domestic violence.
And
So
he got away with it.
And you turn to these three women, you single them out in the locker room to tell them how much you appreciate having him on your team. How evil of a person can you be?
It's privilege, man. It's privilege.
Like, well, it was privilege.
Yeah.
Until they fired him. And shout out to the Astros. Like, because it's weird. At first, they were like, yo. Like,
no, the Astros don't
you
get
don't
a
think
pass.
they did the right thing?
No, they did. No, they did the right thing. I'm just not giving them a pass.
Yeah, I think that.
They're only doing it because the backlash that was coming. They didn't do it because it was the right thing.
The reason that I do give them credit, they didn't wait till after the World Series to do it. Like, they did it right away.
Oh, they're already in the World Series. It didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, same thing in the NFL.
And even then, he's an assistant GM. He's a nobody.
Same thing in the NFL.
Yeah, he's a nobody in that branch. Yeah.
That guy keeps his job until the season's over.
Yeah.
I feel that. So, okay, if we don't want to give them credit, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to.
Okay. Hell, fuck them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, mainly because the Astros, like, if you think about it, like, let's be real, Astros are really low-key MAGA. They're just not willing to come out the closet because their fan base that they're starting to get now because of their players. And so, which is why I say fuck the Astros. I don't fuck with them. I don't really fuck with baseball in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I support, the players, like the players that we're getting, like, a lot of these Latin players, everybody. But the organizations, no, fuck them.
I also say fuck baseball right now for different reasons. So, let's talk about Kanye for a second. We could talk about the Kanye album, except we couldn't because I'm not listening to that bullshit. This is something I've been meaning to bring up, I think, for 2 weeks.
Somebody we know listened to it.
Everybody listens to it.
And it was funny. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's funny. I'm listening.
It was funny. So somebody that you and I know put on a status like, just listen to that new Ye, straight garbage, straight dumpster. And someone else we know who recently got in their Sunday service bag, no, man, it was good, blah, blah, content, whatever. The other person who wrote your post said, oh, one day you're back in church and all of a sudden you want to do this? Okay.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. I swear I was laughing when I read it, though.
Yeah.
But it was funny.
So, there's this clip from Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, yeah.
Of Kanye and Kim Kardashian talking. And basically he's like, yo, like, you married, you got kids, I don't think you need to be dressing like that no more. And she was like, yo, just because you're on your kick and I respect where you're going, like, that doesn't mean I'm supposed to be in the same place. So I want to ask you, you and I, we do the social thing, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you meet a girl, right? Super tough, right? It's I don't know, a nice 83 degrees outside, right? Warm but comfortable.
Sundress.
You meet her in the most fire sundress, right?
Yeah.
Y'all start rocking. Look at your face. Y'all start rocking. You get together. She's your girl. And so you go out to brunch. And she comes out the room, ready to go, in that same sundress. Do you think that it's okay for you to ask her to not wear that because it's too sexy?
No.
And it's weird, like, a lot of times you and I get to do this thing where I feel one way about something and you feel another way about it.
Yeah.
I think we're kind of on the same page about stuff like this.
He met her when she was one way, and now you want her to change because now you fucked up your loyal fan base, and now you're on this full of shit kick. Like, no.
To me,
Yeah.
how you meet a woman is what you should expect from that person.
Yes.
Because that's what attracted you. I don't want somebody to be less attractive to the world because she's with me.
Exactly.
And there are people like that. There are a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't...
They're called weirdos, but yeah.
I don't know. Like, why would you want your woman to be less attractive?
She can wear whatever the hell she wants. I don't
It's
give a
like
shit.
I used to and I try not to say names on the show, especially people who are like married now, because I don't want to, that. But
Fuck them.
the girl I dated the end of high school and the first year of college, right? I remember we used to go like to the mall, and like it would be that thing where people would be like, I see a guy, and he look at me and be like, all right, I see you, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
give him a salute, and like that means to me that means I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're out with your girl and that's not happening, to me, how I came up and what I've experienced, that's a problem. Not that you want who you want.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
if all of a sudden nobody wanted my girl, I feel away. I'm like, yo, like what's going on?
I'd be fine about it too. Like, okay, fuck
But
it.
either way, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, either
But
way
I'm
it's fine,
going to
yeah.
acknowledge that, like, what's
Yeah,
changed.
absolutely,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? But no, Kanye, this is just the latest in Kanye being full of shit. So, par for the course.
Man. Oh, no, he don't drink none of that bullshit no more, right?
I don't know if he's totally out of that.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the case.
Kind of wish maybe you just take one too many drinks and not wake up. But that's
Wow,
fine.
we don't want that.
I'm just kidding.
So, really quick, we won't even expound on it, but
Yeah.
we've covered this for the last month or two. Felicity Huffman's out of jail.
What a surprise.
11 days of her 14-day sentence. Meanwhile, where's your girl who put the false address so her kid could go to the better school?
She's still in jail, I believe.
I mean, what do you say? You called this from the beginning. You said nothing is going to happen to these people, and even if it does, it's not going to be anything extensive.
Because when you're rich and you have the complexion for the protection, it's okay. It's all good. Apparently. That's the moral of the story. That's the moral of the story. For the justice system, you got the complexion for the protection. You got money. You're famous. Even if you do something that is despicable and pathetic, and something that does not belong in higher education, you're going to get away with it. You're going to be all right.
Yeah.
It's different for one thing, obviously putting the wrong address. But again, if our public school systems, like if our state governments, as much as they love to be proud about everything they do, if they actually took care of all the schools instead of just the ones that have a higher tax bracket, which I understand they do pay higher taxes, and which is why schools like Lake Travis, Austin Westlake, San Antonio Reagan, they can get a new wing like every year because in those areas those families do pay a lot of taxes. However, there's a lot of schools in inner city where there's a lot of kids who are very smart, they're talented, but they don't have the resources and they are at a disadvantage in life because obviously in those areas, like in our hometown, San Antonio ISD, inner city, a lot of the people that live in those districts are older, like 70, 80-year-old people. They don't have a lot of money. They don't have fixed incomes. They can't just throw money out to pay crazy taxes, and so those schools are crumbling. They're not getting any better, but yet we're gonna put a new wing like every year in these other schools.
A new school.
Yeah, a new school,
what I'm
kind of
saying?
thing. And it's like, and unfortunately, a lot of these schools in the inner city, they're dying. But even though there's kids over there that if you give them something to be proud of, they're gonna make the community proud. And unfortunately, they're having a tough time because people don't want to teach there. Families are migrating to north. They're migrating north because of all the new schools and everything happening, because their kids gonna have a better chance at life at a school like at San Antonio Reagan versus like Burbank High School.
Yeah.
Which is sad because Burbank has a tradition of like being having a lot of highly educated kids. And
I used to go down there and get the hose too.
yeah, hell yeah. But like I said, I grew up in that area. There's a lot of town. There's a lot of smart kids down there. But I mean, they're just not investing in them. And so that's why there's parents that will put false addresses to give their kid, a head up in life kind of thing for the right reasons. What Felicity Huffman did was just being a piece of shit, because her kids, I guess that their grades aren't that, or their scores weren't that high. Sorry kid, study harder.
You've come a long way from your Pastor Wilson monologue. I'm proud.
But you know what?
No, I don't know anything. No.
I've listened to that at least every day, at least 3 times a day.
Oh my gosh, to hype yourself up.
Hell yeah. I put the battery in my back.
So let's talk about big guy versus little guy. All right? So this article came out that the WWE is asking people to remove either their shirts or themselves from televised WWE events if they are wearing AEW t-shirts. So, like, I have a lot of thoughts about this. My primary thought is that if I come to your house and you tell me to take your shoes off, I should take my shoes off. That's my primary thought. My other thought is, if you have wood floors, what the fuck? Like, I can't fuck up your carpet if you don't have carpet. So, number one, and for anybody who doesn't know, who doesn't follow like wrestling like I do as my side gig, AEW is the new company started by a couple of guys, including Dusty Rhodes' son, Cody Rhodes, that has a show on TNT which runs opposite WWE's NXT show. They're looked at as actual competition for viewers for WWE. And so WWE feels like people, they don't want to give free advertising to a company that they do view as competition. They feel like if somebody shows up wearing an AEW t-shirt, it's specifically to cause drama, which I agree with. I think that if you show up to a show in a t-shirt that's only existed for 3 months, then yeah, like that's what you're doing. Do you disagree?
I disagree 100%.
Tell me why.
Simply because number one is Vince McMahon. He is a smart businessman.
Do you disagree with my point that somebody showing up with that shirt is doing it to be disruptive?
Yes.
Why do you disagree with that?
Because you can wear whatever the hell you want.
I don't disagree that
again, wrestling. Okay, here's the thing. Wrestling is wrestling. No matter what company you support, wrestling is wrestling. Okay. And so they're just there to watch the show. Like I said, you can be a fan of AEW and you can be a fan of WWE.
100%.
And so
let me ask you this.
What's up?
You're a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Okay.
If the Cowboys have a bye this week, so let's say that me and Weeze were hosting a party.
Okay.
And Washington was playing the Eagles.
Okay.
And your team has a bye, and you show up in a Cowboys shirt.
Okay.
Are you being a dick?
No.
That's how I know you're being a dick.
How's that being a dick? I'm supporting.
Because your team's, but what are you supporting? Your team's not playing.
Don't matter. So I can only support them when they play.
That's when you support.
You can support them anytime. I can support them when I'm taking a shower and have Dallas Cowboy shampoo if I want.
At your house.
Okay, but it don't matter. But I'm just saying, if you invited me, I'm going to wear what I want.
I'm not saying you can't wear what you want.
Yeah.
I'm saying you're being a dick.
That's not being a dick. I'm just wearing, it's Sunday, it's football. I'm a Cowboys fan.
I went to watch Game 1 of the World Series. I was wearing a Nationals hat. The young lady I was with was wearing an Astros shirt.
Okay.
And there was a table with people wearing Texas Rangers gear. They were being dicks.
No, they like the Texas Rangers.
Okay. How many other days?
So you can't wear.
I didn't say you can't. Listen, I never said you couldn't do it.
So how can you assume they're being a dick?
Because it's to be disruptive.
How's it being disruptive? Were they disrupting you guys?
Ross Perot was being disruptive running for president.
He was being a third-party candidate.
He was splitting a vote that only 2 parties had the chance of winning. He was being a dick.
Again, he thought he had a shot.
I'm not disputing. Listen, I haven't disputed anything of what you said.
Yeah.
My only point is, it's a dick move.
It's really not.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it's just that WWE, they were fine when people were wearing WWE shirts to WCW events to ECW and
100%.
everything. But here's the thing, and now all of a sudden AEW, here's the thing, because people are tired of WWE's bullshit. They're tired of the shitty storylines, the mid card wrestling, even like their top stars. It's very mid wrestling, and now you have something fresh with AEW, who's not. I haven't really been able to sit down and watch an episode. I want to.
But you've heard things.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of positive things. I haven't heard not one really bad, except that it needs to be more diverse. Okay, whatever.
Y'all need niggas.
But okay, whatever. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. But my thing is, if the product's good, and if there's people are raving about it, and obviously the people, it's a fresh. It's like a fresh start. It's like it's like a breath of fresh air kind of thing. Because they're tired of McMahon's bullshit. Because McMahon had a monopoly for so many years. TNA they weren't competitors. TNA sucked from the jump. Ring of Honor's not very good.
Ring of Honor's very good wrestling, very low budget.
Yes, exactly. So no one's going to watch it. Now you have AEW, who has financial backers. They have people that know what the fuck they're doing. They have people that are not arrogant dickheads. and they're making right moves.
Here's what I agree with.
Yeah.
If somebody, because WWE's been around a long time.
Yes, absolutely.
So people are definitely showing up to AEW and WWE shirts.
Yes.
100%. Vince McMahon will never come out and say, hey, guys, please don't wear our merch on their shows. 100%.
Exactly.
That would never happen.
Yeah, and you know what? This is karma for him for being the dickhead 30 years ago when he made the promises to what was it, like Smoky Mountain Wrestling and all those guys, like, oh no, hey, don't worry, we're not gonna be competition. And he bought, what was it, that Atlanta time slot for TBS. And then Jim Crockett Promotions had to go and
I love
pretty
that
much
you know this.
Yes, and pretty much had to use almost all of their goddamn money to try and get it back. That's fucking karma. Fuck him.
Remember when Bart and Nelson had that competition on the bus to see what would get to the bottom of the bus faster, the apple or the orange?
Oh yeah.
And then Ralph pulled out the banana? The third party is the banana. You're a dick if you pull out your banana.
Anyway.
But no. We definitely don't have to agree because I agree that WWE is doing something that they would not expect their competition to do.
Because they're getting lazy. Because they thought AEW was going to be like another TNA and just be like, okay, it's another wrestling thing, but it's going to go away in a while. No, AEW seems like it's here to stay, and it's slowly gaining traction, and people people are preferring it over WWE, and I don't blame them because WWE has the same bullshit. It has mid wrestling, sorry.
Let's talk Halloween.
Yes.
So when you listen to this episode, it's going to be probably October the 28th. It'll be leading into Halloween week. I feel like all the good Halloween parties were actually last night-ish. I know you want to do a Halloween thing Thursday. My Spider-Man costume still fits, by the way.
I'm not going to wear a costume.
Why would you want to go out on Halloween night but not wear a costume?
Because I'm going to go as a handsome guy.
Okay.
That's a costume, right?
What are some of your favorite, if you can recall them, Halloween memories?
There was the one time when I went. I don't think you were there. I think you were doing something else. I can't remember if you were there or not. I think it was like back in 06 or 07 when it was like Javi, Sylvia, AT, Amy, Brandon.
Shout out to AT.
Yeah.
Like that's a pull.
Yeah. And then Roach, RP Justin.
Shout out to Josh real quick, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Josh is taking charge of things in his life, and I want to salute that.
That's as he should. That's good. That admitting his first step, and that makes him really big man about. That's great. And so it was a Halloween. I remember it was Javi, Justin. Here's a big name pool: Roach and AT.
Shout out to Roach and AT, man.
They Javi and all of them. They all got together. They made their costumes.
Okay.
And they were crayons.
Okay.
They were crayons, but the names were in Spanish. So Roach, he was a red crayon.
Anaranjado.
Nobody. There was I think Javi was verde. Justin was azul. Roach was rojo, and I want to say AT was green. Javi was blue. Justin, I think, was yellow or something like that. But I have a picture of all of them in the costumes. And so we're walking up and down 6th Street, and everybody stopped them to take pictures and shit. And I remember, Sylvia was kind of getting kind of pissed. Oh, yeah, because, there's all these hoes coming up. And, oh, my God.
Can't have a Puerto Rican girlfriend in public.
Yeah. Even the news, they stopped them to interview him. Because they were like, oh, man, we love your costumes. Where'd you get them? They're like, no, we made them. And so they gave him, a good, 5-minute interview. Yeah. And like I said, that was pretty badass. And that was also when I have the picture. I still have it. Yeah. Of this dude who was, he went as the UT Clock Tower when it was lit up orange.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. There's that one. And I know there's, another one, but I can't remember. But I'm sure it'll pop up soon.
Living out here, knowing how big Halloween is, on 6th Street, has always been really cool. Do I have, a Halloween moment? I remember, when I was dating that girl in college, we had the Halloween party at her apartment, and I was a boxer. We had a big freestyle circle.
Oh, I remember. I have a picture of that. I was in street clothes.
Yeah, well, I feel like remember that picture with me, you, EJ, Joey, Lee.
Yeah,
where Lee was an MMA fighter.
Lee's dumbass. I remember we were about to take a picture. The girls take a picture, and Lee's like, "Hold on." You
He
see
get
him?
his gloves on?
Yeah. No. Before
lifted
that,
some weights
he
real
did
quick?
he did some weights and he did some push-ups, and then he put the gloves on. What an idiot.
Yeah, that was fun time.
Yeah, that was when I was dating. That one girl in college, and I was a scarecrow. She was Dorothy, and I remember she was kind of getting pissed too because we were out there and people were stopping me to take my picture. And there's one time we were going around the corner, we were going this way, and this group of like hoes coming this way, and they had the lion, they had a Tin Man, they had a Dorothy, they didn't have a scarecrow, and then I was right there, like, oh my god,
Yeah.
and so like. At the time, my girl, she was just kind of like looking like kind of hating. They were like, "Oh, can you take our picture?" And I was like, "Oh shit."
Never asked the girl to take the picture. She's gonna be mad. She put a curse on that camera.
Yeah, she was mad. I saw the picture somewhere. I think it's on Facebook or something, but it's there.
Yeah.
It exists.
Oh, we have some good times, man. Yeah, so you're not dressing up this year, you're saying?
I don't know. I might. I mean, if I can find a cape, I probably will. I have a Plague Doctor mask.
If I can find... Of course you do.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I feel like all my, in the Great Migration, the only costume I think I have is a Spider-Man. So we'll see if that one comes out to play.
Or I could just borrow some equipment from my school, and I can just go as a football player and get some shoulder pads and a jersey and shit.
Them pants not gonna fit.
Oh, absolutely they will. They got adult larges and shit. We have adult sizes. We don't have kids. They're adult sizes.
You got some big ass kids.
Hell yeah, we do. Hell fuck yeah, we do.
What makes a successful football team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else you got before we get out of here?
Yeah. So on the way up here, I was listening to music, and I was like, let me get my bag.
Okay.
Let's kick it back. Let's kick back some years. And I was wondering, how come Ken Folk Kia Shine didn't have Next?
Kia Shine had what? So Crispy?
Yes. That song was so dope.
Stop using starch.
I guess so.
We stopped using Stay Flow, so
I
there
guess
was no
he
room
did.
for
Shit.
Kia Shine.
Went to water, I
Oh,
guess,
man.
or something.
What happened to Kia Shine? What happened to Ray Cash?
What happened to Plain Skills?
What happened to Jibs? Did you chain hang low? That was a thing.
Yeah, his piece is gone. It's just chained out. It's
What happened
broken.
to Jaquan?
He's still in the club somewhere getting tipsy.
What happened to Lil White? Bubba Sparks is out of here.
Yeah.
A lot of acts from that time. Somebody was just asking me about Tony Ayo's last mixtape. I don't know when that was.
It had to be sometime like in 06 or 07.
Real quick, another thing I wanted to talk about as far as Halloween goes. Favorite scary movie? You have one or two or three?
It's kind of a corny one, but Killer Clowns from Outer Space is up there.
That movie still scares me to this day.
I have it. I have it on Blu-ray, and it's dope.
When they turn him into cotton candy, suck the straw in him and suck the blood out.
Yeah.
Filthy. When my man's got stuck in the balloon. When they put him in the balloon, and he couldn't breathe, and they had to pop.
No,
it.
that was Debbie. They put her in it.
Well, yeah. I meant my man. Yeah, Debbie's my man too. Somebody who saw the show on video, they were like, "Yo, you say bitches a lot." And I was like, well, I'm not just saying women are bitches. I'm saying bitches in general. Like, anybody can be a bitch. Just like I was talking about
nice
these
cover.
hoes. Like, anybody can be these hoes.
Yeah.
But yes, so I'm looking at saying bitches a bit less.
Also, Devil's Rejects. That's a good one.
Fantastic movie.
I want to see that.
Do you like that better than House of a Thousand Corpses?
A little bit, yeah.
I think I like House of a Thousand Corpses more because Devil's Rejects is more of... I think that's more of a thriller from the antagonist perspective.
Yeah.
House of a Thousand Corpses is fucked up. My man died.
Yeah. Sid.
Yeah, shout out to Sid.
Yeah.
Who was
Damn.
fun. Yeah. He was a good dude.
They have that other movie that it didn't really get a lot of promotion, but it was still pretty good. It's called 13.
Okay.
That he did. It was almost kind of like they were like in a haunted house. They had to survive, and basically the clowns and everybody were killing people.
Okay.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
The Three from Hell. I want to get that. That's the one that they kind of revisit, kind of like the Sharon Tate Manson murders. So.
Well, that's what whatchamacallit's about, right? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, but I'd rather support Three from Hell. Rob Zombie over Quentin Tarantino any day.
Respect.
Yes.
I'm the classics way up there for me. I do like Halloween itself, like the movie. Halloween 1 and 2 I'm high on.
Those good ones.
Nightmare on Elm Street, of course. Friday the 13th 1, 2, Probably through 6. I'm kind of high on.
Which is the one that where he knocks that dude's block off on the roof?
Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, there you go.
My man's had the hands for Jason. He
was-
almost got him.
I was explaining that to
Yeah.
my kids about like the respiratory system and like why we get tired.
That's what you use.
Yes, I did. I go, we get tired. I go, imagine you're boxing, you're swinging and swinging and swinging. I go, you get tired.
You ran out of stamina.
I go, you're on down. I go, that's just how it is. I go, lactic acid buildup, man.
I'm trying to think of some. Like, I was really into The Omen. Like, the occult movies are really like.
Children of the Corn's a good one.
Children of the Corn's fantastic. I just watched Pumpkinhead 1 and 2. Pumpkinhead 2 is horrible.
I finally saw Candyman.
Yo, Candyman hated the hood.
Yeah, you did.
I thought cause I saw it like as a little kid. I remember Candyman being like a kind of a black anti-hero for whatever reason. No, that nigga was definitely killing people in the ghetto. He was fucking up the tax money for the hood. Candyman. Oh man. Child's Play.
Yeah.
Puppet Masters. Like I do.
Puppet Master's dope.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the puppet, the drills and shit?
Yeah. They were wilding out.
Yeah, they were. Holy shit.
Phantasm is like the scary one for me because like tall white people and then being in control of midgets. But yeah, I kind of like it all. A lot of the newer stuff, like technology, has gotten so far to where I don't like it because they can do too much.
The movie Clown was fucked up. Do you ever see that movie?
With John Wayne Gacy, right? Is that what Clown was about?
No. Clown was the one where like this family, they're having a party and the clown cancels on him, and so he's in the attic looking for shit, and he finds he stumbles upon like his old ass costume. He said, you know what, fuck it. He puts it on and he can't take it off. And like he's trying to take the nose off, and it like basically.
Oh no! It clings to his body, like his body becomes a costume.
Yes.
I have seen that on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope.
Holy shit! And then when he eats that little ass kid, that was funny as fuck.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, good, eat that little fuck. Talking all that shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of if there's any other ones that I'm really into. I mean, I kind of find joy in all of them. But yeah, I think Nightmare on Elm Street, the first couple ones really do it for me. A lot of Friday the 13th.
The old slashers are pretty good.
Yeah. Psycho, the OG Psycho does it for me. But yeah, guys, we want you to have a really happy and safe Halloween. Yeah, don't eat candy corn and drive.
If you eat candy corn, disgusting.
Yeah, I think this week...
There's only one person that's allowed to, only because she's fine as shit.
Wow. I lied a little bit because because his Dark Materials hasn't started, Trav and Rich did not do a new show this week. I was working so hard on the video last week, I did not get a Goose Down out. Have to do one for Halloween.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's definitely going to happen. I'll see what's going on with Trav and Rich. You do expect another What's the Fun in That? That's going to be coming out. And a lot of people...
Cover some good games, y'all, please.
A lot of people have really been into that so far. So, for them to already have, an early base is great. And we talked about it, as a group, and I'm going to send them some notes. There's a little bit of tweaking we want to happen, but we'll get there. But yeah, it's about what I have. Questions, comments, and concerns, South Congress with a K, southcongress@gmail.com. If you enjoy this show, even if you just listen to it on IGTV or YouTube, please, whatever podcast platform you have, specifically Apple Podcasts, go on, give us a 5-star review. If you don't give us 5 stars... like my man Bomani said, we are inclined to believe that you are a hater. South Congress Podcast, episode 86. My name is Cameron.
And I'm Tristan.
And we're out.
Bye.